this is Heidi's Homemade Quilts and More, and I thought that I would do kind of, I guess, a WIP and Chat. I'm going to be making a headband as I'm talking. So I wanted to get the yarn started before I turn on the video, and I kind of had a little bit of a yarn barf when I tried pulling it out of the center of the yarn here. I am working with Michael's Loops and Threads Impeccable. They had a sale going on, buy two get one free. So I did buy several different colors. I'm hoping to get 2 headbands out of each skein. They are 187 yards, a size 4. Recommended hook size is a 5. This is Pixie Bloom Variegated. So really pretty color. Got a little bit of blue, some green, a little pop of like yellowy green here. Pinks, grays. It's really pretty. And it's 100% acrylic. Okay. So you may hear Sirius whine a little bit in the back. He's in his kennel, so we might see or hear a little bit of whining from him. So yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 is what I need. All right, so from here, I don't really need to count too much. But, so today I did a little bit of Sirius. Shh. Today I actually returned a Christmas present because it didn't work. Record player I got for Christmas did not work. It did not keep spinning at a relative speed to play a record. It was very frustrating because it would play and then it would slow down and it would sound like all funky and then it would speed up again, and I'm just like, this is not how a record player is supposed to work. So I returned it. I was not super happy with the way that Barnes & Noble handled the return. The lady was kind of rude. Clearly it was a Christmas present. I had the gift receipt, and to me, when you have a gift receipt and you're returning something, clearly you do not have the original receipt. The lady asked me if I had the original receipt, and I'm like, no, it was a present, but I just handed you the gift receipt. And she's like, well, has it been opened? And I had just told her that it wasn't working right, that it wasn't spinning at a it wasn't keeping the speed the same. And so I'm just kind of looking at her like, yeah. So then, of course, she goes over her speaker, her microphone, and says, to whoever was on the other end, that she has a return on a record player, and they say it doesn't work. Do they need to come up there and verify it for her to return it? That there was a gift receipt. And whoever answered her must have said no to go ahead and do it, because she did. But the whole experience was just like, dude, I didn't steal it. It's here. Everything's in the box. And I have a gift receipt. which I understood I would get store credit because it was a gift receipt, because I work in the retail world and I understand how that works, which is totally fine with me. But, you know, it is what it is. And so I do that, and I go and I wander around the store a little bit. And, you know, I am an avid reader. I read all the time. If I'm not reading, I'm typically listening to an audiobook or something. Uh, so, I mean, upwards of like 150 books a year. I read a lot. And so it's very odd for me to go into a bookstore and not buy any books. But I was like really put off by, like, I don't know, just her attitude about the return, that I'm just like, I don't want to buy anything here. Which is unusual for me because I shop at Barnes & Noble all the time. And so, yeah. And I wandered around our little mall for a little bit. Didn't buy anything. But then what I did is I went to, I went to Joann Fabrics first. And they do have a yarn sale going on. I actually did not buy any yarn. I shouldn't say any yarn. I did actually find one skein of Shawl and a Cake on clearance in their clearance section, and they had, let's see, it's on clearance for $4.47, which honestly I don't think I would have paid for $4.47, because when it goes on sale, that's about how much it would be. But it was another 20% off on top of that, so it wasn't too bad. I don't remember exactly how much. Serious? I don't remember exactly how much it ended up being. But, you know, for on clearance, for, you know, like $3 something, not bad. So this is what I bought at Joann's, along with a the Cross Stitcher magazine, because I do a it's every 3 weeks. It's a blog in a stitch along that I belong to. Shh. Serious? Stop. In a stitch along that I belong to. So I am currently working on a project that I really don't like. I don't like the feel of the floss that came with the kit that I bought. I'm not crazy about the image. I did like it when I bought it, but since then I'm kind of like, it's not really as nice as I thought it was. And it just, I'm having a hard time picking it up and working on it. So I figured, well, you know, I'll look around and I'll find something else to work on. But until then, I'll continue, you know, pressing along with this thing. And so when I was at Joann's, I did buy the Cross Stitcher magazine. And they had some cute little Christmas ones, because of course it's like the December issue. And so I got that. And I like will not open it while I'm in the store, because it has like the plastic bag around it with like the free project, I guess they call it a free project, but I'm pretty sure it's part of the price of the magazine. So I got that. I went out to my car and I opened it up and I looked at it. And I found a pattern that I liked. And so I took a picture of the DMC list. And then I proceeded to go to Hobby Lobby to see what else they had for kits and stuff like that. Because if I don't have to buy each individual piece separately, I would prefer not to, simply because there's a whole lot more involved in putting together a kit for embroidery than it is to buy a kit that's already ready for you to just start stitching on. And since I travel for work, I try to keep things as simple as possible because I don't typically have a whole lot of time to work on things. Serious? Stop. He hears me talking to you guys and is jealous, basically. Serious? So I went into Happy Lobby, and they have a much better selection of embroidery stuff than what Joann's has. And I bought all the floss and everything for the kit for me to put together. And yeah, so it's got like something like 20 colors in it. So not like an enormous amount to buy separately, but you know. It's supposed to be on 14 count, and I decided, spur of the moment, that I would do 16 count because I thought that it would look cute, slightly smaller. And hang on, I have the magazine here. In my little bag that I do my embroidery kit up in so that I can keep all my things together. Let's see. So the one that I chose to do is this here. Only I'm going to change it from 2019 to 2020 because obviously I'm doing it now and not before Christmas. So that is what I'm going to do. I got all of my floss put together, and it's ready to go as soon as I decide that I'm ready to start stitching on it, which I should probably do soon because 3 weeks is coming up quite quickly for me to do another post on how far I have came with my embroidery stitching. And if you're interested, my blog is Heidishomemadequiltsandmore.com. It's on WordPress, so it's very easy to access. I have a lot of cross stitch on there. I have a little bit of quilting stuff, and I have some crochet and some diamond painting stuff on there too. So I will post that in the description below so that you can take a look at it if you're interested in it. Yeah, I say a lot apparently. So last night I took Sirius to get his first haircut, grooming, whatever you want to call it, done. He is 4 months old, so it was time. He looks very cute. I'm sure you can hear him whining like someone's trying to kill him over there. Stop. But he did really well. The groomers said that the only thing that he really fought them on was when they went to trim up his face. And of course the scissors kind of freaked him out, which, you know, sharp things going towards your face. I can see that. But they said other than that, he did really well, so yay. Since that's something that he's going to have to be doing like his entire life. So you might as well get used to it. So while I was waiting for Sirius's haircut to get done, I went to Michael's, which is down the street from the why is that so tight? Which is down the street from the PetSmart that I took him to. And I bought a bunch of stuff. So they had buy two get one free on a bunch of different stuff. I chose to go with a bunch of their Impeccables. I like it. I've made stuff with it before. So I thought I'd do some more. And I've been in a headband kick. So I think these are all going to end up being headbands. So there's the one that I showed you that I'm making something right now. This one here, it's a nice kind of a autumny kind of blend. It is called Falling Leaves. Very appropriate. Again, 187 yards. It is a number 4, 100% acrylic. And it's the Impeccables. I also got this one here, which is like pink and grays and some taupey colors. This one is called Rose Fog. Same thing. This one, blues, teal, and black with like a taupe color. This one is called Tropical Storm. This one here goes from like a light purple to a dark purple and a green and a light green. This one is Fresh Lilac. This one here is purples and teals. I should start with that one. The tail is right there. This is pretty. Luxury is the name of this one. And then I got a couple solid colors. So this one is Sapphire. I don't know how well that reads. It almost looks like it's black in the camera, but it's a nice deep blue color. Sapphire. And this one, since it's a solid color, does have more. It's 285 yards. I should probably be able to get 3 headbands out of this if that's what I want to make out of it. Otherwise, everything else is the same. It's a 4, it's 100% acrylic. Okay. And then I got a nice rich purple. And, oh, this is amethyst. Apparently, I'm into gemstones today, or last night, really. Same thing for 285 yards. There it is. And one last ball of yarn. And Green Lagoon is this one. It's a really nice kind of a mossy green color. Okay. So that's what I bought at Michael's last night while I was waiting for my puppy. Oh, I did actually get a little storage container. It was in their clearance section. It was sold as is for $6.25. The only thing that I could see that was wrong with it is that it's been opened at the top where the handle is, and it's missing its label thingy. But otherwise, everything else is intact. And I've been looking for some other things that I can use to kit up my diamond paintings with. So far, my favorite one is the little round ones with the lids. But I liked this one because it has all these different sizes. It's got a little spoon. Oh, this is cute. I have no idea how much this was originally. I want to say it was like 12 something. It has a little spoon. How weird. Obviously this is designed for some kind of a beading type of thing, but it's got a little spoon. That's so cute. It's got a bunch of different sizes of boxes, and I'm always a little bit leery with this kind of stuff when it comes to diamond paintings, because I feel as though the sides don't get tight enough, and then the diamonds kind of fall out the sides. So I'm a little leery about using it. But I thought I'd give it a try because there's so many kits that I have that have, you know, like so much black or so much of a color that it needs something a little bit more than the other ones to put the whole bag in, or, you know, the whole color in or anything like that. It even comes with a pair of tweezers. Not that I need tweezers. I have so many tweezers. It's not even funny. They're nice though. They're not sharp. They're kind of a dull tip, but they're definitely a good tweezer. So there is that. But I just can't get over that little bitty spoon. That is so cute. And there's these two bigger boxes. So yeah, I figured for $6, it wasn't a bad thing if I use it for that or whatever, and it's got its own handle, so that's nice. I'm just, like I said, I'm a little worried that with the way that they close, because there's no way to completely secure the box, that the diamonds will sneak out the side, and nobody wants that. That would defeat the purpose. So we will give it a shot at some point and see how that goes. So I got nine skeins of yarn total, and that little case, and I think it cost like, I want to say like 30 bucks is how much I spent last night, which I don't think is too bad for 9 skeins of yarn and the organizer box thing. So it is the day before New Year's Eve right now, in case you're watching this at a later point. And I actually have a few days off from work, more so because the holiday falls in the middle of the week, and it makes it hard for me to get to the stores that I'm currently working with and be back to celebrate the holiday, because I have holidays off with family and friends. Not that I really am doing anything, but my boss was nice enough to give me like 6 days off. So that's nice, which is why I am doing this video with you guys, is because I am still currently at my dad's house and have time and ability to do a video like this. And I'm not really sure what to talk about, so if you guys leave comments in the, obviously, comment section, I will answer them in my next video, because I do plan on doing another one of these here probably this week before I have to travel again. I get to travel again. I will be traveling again Friday morning, bright and early. Something like 5 o'clock in the morning is when I'm leaving to drive approximately 8 hours away to the store that I'll be working at for the next few days. It is inventory time for Retail World, and so we will be doing our inventory for the stores. And I will be going to 2 different stores this year, which I'm so happy about. I say that because last year I did 5 inventories, and I actually asked my boss if he was mad at me because he scheduled me to do so many inventories. They are not they're not difficult, and it's not really it's not really a hard process, but it's very exhausting. And yeah, by the time I got done with the last one, I was just like, shoot me now. And this year will be even weirder because I have my puppy with me. He stays at the hotel when I travel, and if you know anything about retail and or just an inventory process in general, you will know that um, it's very long days. We do our counting in a 2 day process. We do part of it the first day, which is usually like a 6 or 7 hour thing, and then we do the rest of it on the second day, which we go until we're done. And depending on the store, sometimes it's 10 hours, sometimes it's 12, sometimes it just keeps going. And I mean, I've put in like 15-18 hour days doing inventory, so it's not there's no way to control that. And I'm a little bit anxious about taking my puppy with me. I don't really have a choice, however. I don't really have anywhere to take him. If I didn't want to take him to the hotels with me, which is it defeats the purpose of getting the puppy in the first place. I'm a little anxious because I don't really want to leave him alone for the one day. Really is the long day, and I'm gonna feel really bad that day. I know it, but I really can't do much about it. I just have to make sure that he gets a chance to run and play as much as possible the day before and the day after, since he'll be cooped up in his kennel for quite a while. So yeah, that's my life here in the very, very near future. As of right now, I don't have any plans for New Year's Eve. This is probably what I will be doing tomorrow night. Is more of the same. Maybe diamond painting, maybe crocheting, maybe I'll bust out my embroidery and start working on that and get some work done on that, so I have something to show for my blog. But yeah, this is what I do when I'm not working. I sit and make whatever and watch TV, or well, more like binge TV. Listening to it in the background if I'm not listening to an audiobook. But yeah, this is my life at the moment anyway. It might be a little bit different if I wasn't traveling so much. But since I do travel so much, traveling in itself is exhausting. I typically travel at least 4 to 5 hours to get to the store that I'm going to be working at. And I typically do that at least twice a week, Mondays and Fridays. And then I usually have like Saturdays and Sundays off. So I drive out on Monday and then I drive back on Friday. And I do the whole thing over and over again. Yeah, that's life. So yeah, leave me comments in the comment section about any questions or anything that you would like to ask me, and I will definitely try to answer them the next, I guess, WIP and Chat that I do. And there you go. I will post the link to my blog if you are interested in checking that out in the descriptions below. If you liked this video, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications so that you can be notified whenever I put up a new video, which at the moment is completely random. It depends on a lot of things. Sometimes it depends on when my mail gets here, so I can show you what I got. But yeah, so far. What do you think of that color? I think it's a nice little pop. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night, and if I don't see you again, Happy New Year, and I will see you next year.